I mean, when you're a running back, they're the most underpaid position in the NFL.
Mm.
Saquon's ranked, I think Pat McAfee's did a thing, and it's like Saquon, out of every player in the NFL, he was ranked like 94th highest paid. And then it was like Derrick Henry was like 130, and then Joe Mixon was like 230 in the NFL. Like running backs are like Saquon Barkley is nowhere near the 94th ranked player in the NFL, and he does a lot more for that team than 94th would be placed.
Same with Joe Mixon right now.
Yeah, like I get the thought of like, oh, don't sign a running back past 30 because the numbers are there. You shouldn't do it. I get it, be a little weary of a running back at 29, but like okay, Mixon's like 28. Saquon's only 26. Like if you're in your prime, I don't understand how they've gotten running backs to be like, yeah, I'm in my prime. I still can't get more. Or I don't get teams being so scared to hand a 26-year-old running back more than $12 million a year when you're
They
giving
think
them the ball 250 times a year.
they're gonna end up with a Miles Sanders situation.
I mean, it's so weird because, like, for every running back that booms and completely makes their contract look like a mockery, there's a running back that is proving why you don't pay running backs. It's
To be
like, it's
fair,
a
I think
scary
it's kind of
spot.
obvious though. Like, I can't believe Miles Sanders got that contract. Like, he didn't even do anything in Philly. I feel like that was that much. Like, wow, let's pay this guy. But like, it was Carolina, so
Yeah, I feel like
expect it.
it's more of just a couple bad apples. I mean, there was Miles Sanders. Zeke, he was a constant getting worse every year. Like, there's just a couple bad apples, but for the most part, something I've started realizing over the last week or so is that running backs hold their value to 30, 31 pretty well overall. It's mainly just there's a couple running backs that peak their rookie year and just slowly come back down from there. Miles Sanders, Zeke, but I feel like for the most, like I said, people hold their value a lot better than running backs get credit for.
There's just so much more risk because, like, look at guys like Todd Gurley. Like, Todd Gurley had a short career when we really think about it.
Yeah, that
Like,
leg
he was done
arthritis.
early. And I just think it's like so always scary for teams to pay so much money because like yeah, it'll work out majority of the time, but it works out way less than it does for every other position, which is the difficulty.
That's
I think
true.
another position that it happens a lot about or with that I don't see a lot of people talking about is corner. Like corners kind of fall off sometimes even after a year. Like Sauce, like don't get me wrong, Sauce is still one of the best corners in the league, but like Sauce went from being like the number one guy to like, well, he's top five, top eight.
Yeah.
Like he really fell off after one really good year.
Yeah, and young corners, I feel like this has been crazy to me with just how well young corners have been exploding. I mean, the Eagles rookie corner is like one of the best
Oh,
corners in the NFL right now. He's on like a Revis
the
Island
white
type
duo.
run. Yeah. Like, but he's on like a Revis type run right now. And there's other young corners like Pat Surtain balled out his rookie year, continuing to ball out. I forget, he's slipping my name right now, but the Broncos' second corner that they drafted recently, he's been a ball. Like young rookie corners, and Christian Gonzalez in New England, young corners in general have been exploding onto the scene recently.
It's just the speed, I think, a lot of it. I mean, like so many like older guys a few years ago could still keep up because receivers used to be like slower and bigger. Like Julio Jones type wide receivers existed a lot more. But I feel like there's way more like Tyreek Hill type guys that are all speed. And you got to be young and athletic to keep up. And so you see guys like Marcus Jones or not Marcus John Jones in New England like 2 years ago. This guy was like, oh yeah, he could be a number one corner for New England. And now it's like, wow, like he's like falling to almost our fourth option. So it's like even just like a 1 2 year drop off and like slowly losing a step or two, like you're gonna fall down because you can't keep up with guys like Jefferson Chase.